Hello, welcome to this lesson of Mastering Statistics. We'll continue solving problems here so that you'll get practice with the normal distribution. So what we have here is a question. IQ scores have a mean of 100 and a standard deviation of 15. By the way, I don't know this to be actually completely true, but it's probably ballpark. What percentage of people have an IQ lower than 85? So there's two parts to this. First, identify what you're given. You're told that it has a mean of 100 and a standard deviation of 15. You also were told, I didn't write it on the board, but you're told that it's normally distributed. Usually things that are a very large characteristic of a large group of people usually are normally distributed. So you go ahead and say that this is normally distributed. I'm giving you that fact. The mean is 100, the standard deviation is 15. Now that's the characteristic of the population of people. Now, what percentage of people have an IQ lower than 85? When you're given these kinds of problems, sometimes you're asked, what's the probability of choosing a person at random and they have an IQ less than 85? Sometimes you'll be asked, what's the percentage of people that have an IQ less than 85? It's really the same question. You attack it the same way. So the first thing we want to do is just say and write down what we know. The mean is 100 and the standard deviation is 15. And if we really wanted to draw this, then the way we would do that is draw our little axis here, and our normal distribution would be something like this, right? Now the mean we already know is 100. We could put the standard deviations in here, but ultimately all we want to know is what percentage of people have an IQ lower than 85. So let's say 85 is somewhere over here, and so usually we're trying to find, when we're trying to find something lower, we're trying to find the area all in this tail here. So ultimately we're going to read it right off of the chart, but we have to convert it to a z-score first. So ultimately what we want to find is the probability that a random variable x is less than 85. So I'll put that is equal to a question mark. That's what we're trying to do. Remember, random variable is just sort of the outcome of your experiment. You can think of it in terms of you're pulling something, what's the value you're going to get? You do that experiment again and again. It represents your unknown value. So what is the probability that if I pull somebody from the population that their score is going to be less than 85? Well, we can't do it as is. We have to convert these z-scores because we have to use the table. And so what we're going to do is convert 85. So it's the value minus the mean over the standard deviation. We have a value of 85 minus 100. The standard deviation is given as 15. So when you think about it, this is negative 15 divided